trying to have a map on that and really trying to deal with all the chaos and trying to find the, I won't say the right direction, might be the better direction, and trying to decide fast.
We're going to dive into the AI world as far as artificial intelligence meeting athletic intelligence, the new era of sports, one might say. So we have Derek from athleo.ai join us today. How's it going, Derek?
Good. Thanks for having me, Connor. It's an honor to be here.
Well, yeah, I'm excited. I haven't done a AI kind of specific episode with an expert before, so this will be a fun time, especially for the listeners and viewers. And Derek, why don't you just kind of set the stage for us and explain athleo.ai, where, what you guys are up to, what, rounds, kind of what the company's building.
Yeah, of course. So Athleo.ai is an AI-powered video platform that helps athletes and coaches turn raw game footage into powerful insights and highlight stories in just a few clicks with AI. So we serve youth athletes and amateur athletes, coaches, and teams. We focus on basketball right now, but we generally support different sports. So the core problem we are solving is that most athletes or sports roles don't have skill set or access to the kind of video and data tools that pros do. Even through game film is the most valuable resource for improvement and exposure.
Interesting. Okay. And then what, as you and your team have kind of been building this out, how long has this kind of you guys been working on this, building this project, and obviously turning it into a company?
Yeah, so basically, I used to be a student athlete, so in high school and college. So I found out sports industry is quite traditional. So you need resource, you need connection to really get noticed and get into the spotlight. So you get the chance to get recruited or get noticed. And so at the very beginning, we just want to build a platform. It's called like we call it linking for sports, for every sports roles, coaches, athletes, trainers to connect through the platform. So we built the platform, I think, last October, but we found out no one is using it because stats and data is how we evaluate the players. But video is quite like the reference check. But those youth athletes and non-professional athletes, they tend to have very bad quality videos or even no videos. So that's why we jump into the AI video platform. We launched our MVP and incorporate in this April. So everyone now that it's a free platform for everyone to upload their game footage and do some video edit.
Building the MVP, getting feedback, working with athletes. Kind of what was that process like?
Yeah, so basically we built our first version in January, and we have some beta users around maybe like 10 to 15 to really try our products and interact with them. We found out that those youth athletes and parents tend to use their cell phone to do the recording. And once they finish the recording, they don't know how to clipping, they don't know how to highlight it, they don't know how to share insights into that. So we built a platform that our AI use computer vision to tracking all the players' key moments on the court. And after that, we can automatically generate some highlights for you. But after that, if you want to share some insight, if you want to do some labeling, because we already do all the tracking, so it's very easy for you to just one click away from those visual graphics.
I see. And then what made you and the team decide on basketball opposed to some other sports?
Yeah, so basically I used to be the student athlete in basketball, so that's why I kind of have some knowledge in basketball, right? Basketball, and my co-founder Tika, who is the first Taiwanese woman to work in the NBA, she used to be the data analyst in NBA 76ers. So we have some knowledge and we have some connection in basketball. And I watch basketball. I am a big basketball fan.
Okay, who's your favorite team? Who do you watch?
Yeah. So my favorite team is Portland Trail Blazers.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I used to be a big fan for Brandon Roy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's awesome. That's quite a shout out there.
Yeah, and he's the coach for I think Garfield High School in Seattle. I based in Seattle, and now I think his son Brandon Roy Jr. is playing for UW.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, good. The Huskies. There you go. So right up in the neck of the woods. We got to get Athleo. We got to get the Trailblazers, and all their kids using Athleo here pretty soon.
Yeah, of course. That would be
That's
awesome.
awesome. No, yeah, no doubt. And then as far as kind of, your thoughts on the sports tech and AI in sports, where do you see AI being used and implemented in the sports, ecosystem?
Yeah, so I think AI is now doing for sports what is done for finance and healthcare. So making complex data simple and actionable. So from player tracking to tactics analysis, it's helping us understanding performance at a deeper and more human level.
Ah, okay, interesting. And then do you think, I mean, I don't know, what do you think like the timetable on, everyone using AI in sports? I mean, do you think there's different functionalities for it?
Yeah, I think that's what a lesson learned for our journey in SEO.ai because all the sports role is not that tech savvy. So
Hmm.
I think it takes more time for them to really engage and using AI in sports analytics or even any AI tool.
Right, right. And then as far as kind of the recruiting side and helping athletes create their videos, you said you've been, I guess it's been up for a few months now. So what are some kind of success stories you've seen since I guess the MVP came out in April?
Yeah, so now we have around 1,000 users right now, and
Okay.
they are youth athletes, their parents, of course, and coaches, and some creators. So before using our products, they tend to at least spend an hour to clip and edit a 1 minute video highlights for them and post
Hmm.
on social media. Now, and right now they tend to just use maybe like 5 minutes to do all the video editing, and it's pro level like a NBA versions, so it will have a lot of uh, graphics, and you can really share insights into the videos and really get engaged into the on the social media. So right now there are around more than 10K videos creating through our products,
Wow.
and it automatically get organic more than 5 million views.
Wow, that's awesome. Great, great start. As you said, you've kind of just released the MVP in April, and then as Athleo continues to grow and build, what's I guess kind of the next steps? Obviously, adding users, maybe signing teams and leagues.
Yes. So we are pilot with some NBA and NCAA teams, and of course high school and middle school teams.
And I'm assuming kind of the youth, middle school, high school is kind of like your target demo, or no?
Yeah, where our target users are youth athletes and of course their teams, so age 12 to 18.
Interesting. And then is you said it's free, or how does a
Uh,
youth athlete get involved?
yeah, right now it's free, but we will launch our pricing plan in December, but it will
Hmm.
be around $10 to $20 per month.
Okay, so it's free for now for the athletes and parents and whoever, right, to
Yep.
use it and build. And you guys are at you said a thousand users.
Yes.
Great. So what's that been like? Seeing it from obviously it started at zero at some point now to 1,000. What's that journey been like?
Yeah, I think at very beginning it's really tough. So we interview with lots of the coach and youth athletes and their parents. And as I mentioned, they are not that tech savvy. So
Hmm.
it and our MVP won't be couldn't be that perfect. So there
Yeah.
will be lots of the struggle to really help them on board and teach them how to use it. And they don't even know maybe like how to use PowerPoint or how to use a lot of AI tool. So
Hmm.
oh, and I think a lesson learned is that they don't care about AI. They just want
Yeah.
their result. So I try to make the process as simple as possible. So just one click, you have some outcome. Just one click, you have some outcome. So that really pushed them to uh, more satisfied in our process of the products.
Gotcha. So yeah, as you mentioned with some of the lessons learned, and I guess what are kind of some realities or of building a startup at the intersection of AI and sports that you maybe weren't ready for or you didn't foresee coming as far as challenges?
Yeah, I think at very beginnings, the youth athletes and coaches were really skeptical. So
Hmm.
AI in sports can sound just like a buzzword. It. So we focus on earning trust through the utility. So if our platform could save coaches maybe like 3 hours of video review or help players see their growth on social media and really get noticed, get connect with others, that trust did follow.
Right, right. Building that trust is key. And then as you've built out this company so far, what, maybe some lessons as far as hiring, fundraising, scaling, just all in business.
Yeah, so I feel like the biggest lesson learned is just as I mentioned. So tag alone doesn't win in sports. So you have to really understanding your users' empathy and context too. So the most powerful insights are the ones athletes can emotionally connect with.
Beautiful. Yeah, well said. And then as far as, you're saying, AI and, people don't really care for the AI. They just want it to work, right? They need kind of the outcome. Why do you think, there's like a distrust factor with AI as people are trying to understand it and kind of have their human judgment?
Yeah, I think that's a very good question. So I think AI. I personally trust a lot of AI. Of course, I am in this industry, but for my clients, my users like coaches and athletes, I think the main issues or the main concern is quite like their data privacy. Whether they if they upload the videos into our platform, we use it to train our model or not. So their maybe like their face, their privacy will be just out there. So I think the one of the most important thing is how you communicate, how to balance the training data and the user data in that with your users. So basically, we let the users to decide how we can. Of course, we use your data and we can train a better model tailored for you. But if you don't want to, you can just with a one click you can cancel the data transformation. So we don't use your data.
I see, I see. Okay. So that kind of eases the user, kind of the human experience a little bit for them as they're continuing to build, I guess, their
Yeah.
portfolio or profile. And is that how athletes and teams and parents come on? They create a profile and they can just upload their videos?
Yes. So at the next phase, we will launch our own platform. It's just like the linking for sports, so everyone can build a profile. We call it video resumes. So it's not only just some data and quite like how many average scores or average rebounds, but really connected to the video that for those recruiters or for the scouts, they can review all the videos related to the data.
Kind of what's next for Athleo.ai?
So basically, we found out there are lots of the problems in this industry. So people don't know how to recording, people don't know how to clipping, and people don't know how to do the video editing and share insights. Now we focus on the sharing insights part, but we will jump into the how to let users to very easily do the recording and do the clipping in I think in the next quarters. And we'll also launch now it's a web-based app, and we'll also launch our mobile app because everyone use their mobile to do the video editing.
Interesting. Okay, so is that what you found that people use their mobile, their cell phones or whatnot instead of computers?
Yeah. So one thing I just found out around maybe like these 2 weeks is that our engage rate will be higher and lower based on the season. But there is one more important thing is that there are lots of the people watch our reels on social media, but they don't know how to sign up because they don't for those use athletes they tend to don't have or they just co-own computers in their house. So when they saw the videos on Instagram, they don't know how to sign up and they will forget. So that's another issue for us.
Okay, so that's something you've learned and seen is where they can see the reel or the Instagram or whatever the video, but then they can't get to the next step
Yeah.
as far as signing up. Interesting. Okay, so lesson learned, and just another adventure for an entrepreneur. You and your team are figuring these things out, on the run. Where I'm just so curious as far as the technology side in sports, and we see a lot of companies investing in sports and technology. Do you think that'll continue to grow as we kind of continue in 2026 and beyond, or do you think the investing in sports tech will plateau at a certain point?
Yeah, I think definitely it will grow and a lot because there are more and more youth athletes. And for the economics like that, every parents are thinking about lend their kids to get scholarship to cover their to cover their fee in the college. So more and more parents are engaging in youth sports, really trying to get a chance. They are not really considering to lend their kids or to become a pro athlete, but they are considering maybe quite like the sports management or data analysts in sports industry. So I think the market is getting bigger and bigger in youth sports, and people and parents are really trying to invest more in these topics.
Yeah, yeah, well said. And as we talked about, obviously, Athleo.ai is heavily involved in basketball, kind of one of your core pillars. But is there a sport that you have your eye on that is maybe not a mainstream sport that you think would be a cool addition to your platform?
Yeah. So right now we can generate support. Oh, we focus on basketball, but we can
Mm-hmm.
generate support lots of different sports like tennis, volleyball, lacrosse, soccer, and our second large group of users are football. So I think we'll focus on maybe like the next one will be the football, and the next one will be the volleyball. But I
Interesting.
feel like there's another sports called cricket, and
Mm-hmm.
it's really grows a lot in the U.S.
Yeah, for sure. And so I know cricket's not super mainstream in the U.S. yet, but I feel like there's some national tournaments or international tournaments rather coming. So is that what you're seeing as far as international sports coming to the States? Is cricket being one of them?
Yeah, that's true.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, that'll be something to keep our eye on. And then, as far as yourself and being an entrepreneur and building a business, is there other startups that you admire that are outside of sports that you try to follow along with?
I would say Figma or Canvas. So they are
Mm-hmm.
really trying. I think we are in kind of same region. So they help us. They help people to really share their insights on maybe like PowerPoints or with product design, and we are trying to help those youth athletes and coach to share insights into real game footage. So yeah, I followed Figma and Canvas a lot to really understanding how they design the user flow and how they see the opportunity in sharing insights.
Gotcha. Yeah, and obviously it's all about the user and the customer. So making that mesh is probably one of your biggest day-to-day tasks. And speaking of kind of day-to-day tasks, what does a normal day or week/month look like for Derek?
Yeah, so basically, because lots of our team members are in East Coast and I'm in West Coast, so I tend to wake up very early at 6, and I will have some things stand up in the morning, and I also talk to lots of users, do the user interview in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
and at the afternoon, I tend to do some just daily operations and do some marketing. So I create videos through our platform as well and share on different social media. And also, I will talk to different startup about partnership in the afternoon.
Gotcha. So a full day as you're working daily, and then is there certain books or podcasts or sources that you kind of gain information from on a day-to-day basis?
So I follow lots of the different podcasts in sports, and
Mhm.
for those like the business side podcasts, I like Acquire, and the book I like the From Zero to One.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. It's a good read. As far as like skills needed, as an entrepreneur, you've been on this entrepreneur journey for some time now. What are some skills or traits or kind of necessities for people looking to start their own business?
I would always say it's quite like a deal with the chaos because I feel like being an entrepreneurship is quite like the planning a big trip for your family or a lot of friends. So there are
Mhm.
lots of different people to you trying to get them engaged, and there are lots of stuff from those users. So you will always hear different opinion from internally and externally. So you're really trying to have a map on that and really trying to deal with all the chaos and trying to find the I won't say the right direction might be the better direction and trying to
Mhm.
decide fast.
We talked about different upcoming launches and pilot programs, things like that. But to kind of close out, how can the listeners, athletes, coaches, investors possibly connect with you, follow you? Where should they go?
Yeah, so if you are a coach, athletes, or even investors interested in shaping the next era of athletes development, so you can reach out at our website sdl.ai or message us directly on Instagram or LinkedIn or Twitters. So and we love collaboration with forward thinking sports community.
Perfect. Well, thanks, Derek, for that. And then, is your Instagram, Twitter just athleo.ai?
Yeah, and you can find my email is derek at sdale.ai.
Perfect. We'll link all that into the show notes and whatnot for the listeners and viewers and
Yeah, thanks for
whoever
that.
will come across this. Yeah, of course. And Derek, thanks for coming on and talking about AI, sports, tech, obviously, athleo.ai. I'm looking forward to seeing your continued success and growth. And thanks again to the listeners and viewers who tuned in. And Derek, any final thoughts or words before we close out today?
I think that's all. Thanks for having me. It's really enjoyed to talk to you.
You got it. Yeah, appreciate it. We're looking forward to following along your journey and continued success. So thanks again, and we'll talk soon.
Yeah, talk soon. Bye.
Yep.